mean, let me make sure welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody watching on the Book of Faces. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, you guys. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Happy Monday for the kingdom. Hey, friend. What's going on? Hey, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Happy Monday. Let me know how you are. Just been off the app. I get it. I get it. I'm well. Good. Are you taking like a social media break or something? Because I get it. It's a lot to be on the app. Trust me. If I wasn't a live host, I definitely would not be on the app as much as I am. But yes. Yeah. I definitely get it though, friend. Hello, Vernisha. Hello, friend. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. So let me know. I'm not at all, just nothing on here that interests me too much consuming. Okay. So I get it. I get it. Hello, hello, hello. I get it. I truly get it. Again, time too much. Yeah, it does take up a lot of your time. How's your day going? My day is going well. Let me know how yours is going. It does take up a lot of time. It really does. Um, good, good. Yeah, I'm dragging y'all. Tay, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, today Monday is Monday, and I'm good too. Oh, good. I'm glad it's good, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm a little late today, y'all. I was supposed to come on at 8 o'clock, and it's way past 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So sorry for me being so late. I honestly didn't want to come on at all. Let me be very honest and frank. Hello, hello, Coop. How are you? Um, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm just exhausted. I'm very tired, but I want to show up anyway. And be consistent. And you know what? The thing about it is not to flirt, but you're beautiful. Just a compliment. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. You told some not to flirt. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much. Well, I was gonna say something, but okay. Thank you so much, though. It's like, yeah. Thank you again, though. Truly appreciate you. Uh, you're welcome. You like not to flirt, not to say that wasn't, like, but I get what you're saying though. I truly get what you're saying. But yeah, y'all, like, I'm tired, you know. Evangelist Joyce, welcome in, welcome in. And one of the things that I want to talk about tonight is your money needs a routine. And Harvey, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Your money needs a routine. Jugs. Thank you, Harvey, for being becoming 81 in the fan club. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Um, I want to talk about your money needs a routine, not motivation. Okay. Listen, when I tell you, hello, hey Rose, how are you? When I tell you, you guys, you need a routine for your money, and like on days like this, like if you do not have a routine, and I'm going to use the analogy right now, like as a live host. If you do not have a routine as like a business owner, as if you have a routine at your job, like you have routines in so many areas of your life. You may have a dinner routine, a workout routine. It's so important to have a routine, okay? Because motivation is going to fade. Okay, let me just say, Lawanda, welcome and welcome. I'm just gonna say, if a live host, y'all, if I did not have a routine to come on here, I was not motivated to come on here tonight. I wasn't, but my routine maybe hit that live button. Okay, my routine allowed me to press the play. Okay, so listen, we are going to talk about all the things tonight. Your money needs a routine, not motivation. Okay, for all the new people that are here, my name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. I am a financial coach. We talk about saving money, getting out of debt, and getting on a budget. Are you extra tired today? Rose, friend, your girl is extra. Love your background. Matthew, thank you so much for him. What, Rose, extra? I think we need to put another extra in there, Rose. We need to put extra, extra. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it, but literally, I think we need to put an extra, extra. Because, yes, I'm extra tired today, for sure. But again, like the routine, you guys, right? I have a routine to be, committed to being on live Monday through Thursday. And yes, it's the same thing about your money. Okay. You have to have a routine, because when you have those days that you are purely exhausted and you don't want to look at another bill, you don't want to have to figure out your money, your routine is going to get you through. Your routine is going to get you through. Okay. And I can say the same thing for tonight. My routine, and knowing that I have a routine and I have a schedule, got me through. Okay. Now, was I chucking along with, with barely any energy? Yes, it was. And it may be the same thing for you. You barely may want to look at your budgets. You barely want to may look at the numbers, right? But you still put a routine in place. Okay. You still put a routine in place. So the days that you don't feel like it, you don't have no energy, you don't have anything left in you, you don't want to look at a bill, you don't want to look at a budget, you don't want to figure out a debt plan, you don't want to do any of the things, okay? The routine is going to carry you through. I guarantee you. Let me tell you. So happy Monday for everybody that is watching. Put in the chat how you guys are doing tonight. Okay. Hopefully y'all got a little bit more energy than I do. Okay. Let me know how you guys are doing tonight. Put it in the chat. If Monday is Monday, okay. That's what I feel like, y'all. And it's not a word, but this is how I feel. Monday is Monday. I had a great day. Oh, Rose, you had a great day, friend. Oh, so glad to hear. So glad to hear. Let me know how else you guys are doing this Monday. Nate, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know how you are doing on this Monday. And again, like I said, you guys, your routines in reference to your money, okay, is going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. Welcome in, welcome in. And if you guys can share out the live and tap it out. Ronnie, hey friend, welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the repost. Can you make sure you guys repost the live and share it out? How are you doing, Ronnie? I'm doing great. Okay. How are you? Thank you so much for the populars. Let me know how you are on this Monday evening. We are going to definitely talk about your money needs a routine and not motivation. I'm good. Bags of full crypto. Ooh, that's an interesting name. You're good, Ronnie. I could be better, friend. I'm just gonna say that. I definitely could be better. I'm tired. Okay. So I'm just gonna say that. You'll probably hear me say it more than once tonight. Your girl is tired for sure. Nate, not feeling too good, Janine. Oh, Nate, I hope that you are feeling better, my friend. I think that, a lot of things, it's just a lot of people have been sick lately. I know for me being in healthcare, this time of the year, our census in the hospital is up. The flu's usually a lot of people are getting sick. So I hope that you feel better. Make sure you grab your daily heart, my friend, because I see that your heart is grayed out, stomach bug or something. Yes, that's what I'm about to say. Um, I know a lot of people, thank you so much, friend, for grabbing your daily heart. I know a lot of people, like I said, during this time, a lot of people, like, again, with me being in healthcare so long, our senses are usually double at this time because a lot of people are getting sick. And it's usually, again, it's, the season, the flu, a lot of different things. So I pray that you start to feel better. But welcome in, Jackie Rose. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. But yes, listen, life is life, and people are not feeling good, tiredness, all of the things. But again, I hope that you feel better. Tonight we're going to talk about your money needs a routine, not motivation, y'all. Okay, not motivation. We definitely are going to talk about it. Okay, I'm definitely will this live, definitely, y'all, you know how I'll be chatting for a long time. Definitely won't be doing that tonight. We're gonna stick to the points. We gonna get through the points, you guys, and we are gonna get out of here. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, make sure you get your pens and papers. Make sure you take some notes. We are going to keep it strictly to the points, and that's gonna be it. So again, thank you so much for being here. So you guys, as I always start off my live with some engagement questions. So my first question is, do you have a routine for work but not your money? Okay. So do you have a routine for work? Like when you go to work, there are certain things that you do first, and put it in a chat. Like, do you have a routine? Soon as you go to work, do you look at your emails? Do you make sure you clock in? Like, what is do you have like a work routine? Right? This is what I do when I first come in. Do you make sure you read all your emails before you look at your work? Do you make sure you look at, different things? Do you look at your assignment, depending on what type of work that you have? Do you have routines when you go to work? Let me know in the chat, you guys. Let me know. I will say, you guys, I definitely have a routine when I go to work. When I started, first thing that I do when I log on to work is look at the emails, because my email box be just like, and it's always something changing in the medical field and the coding world. So I need to figure out what's changing, what, so my routine, definitely number one, is to make sure that I look at my emails when I go to work, because a lot of times I need to make sure I didn't miss anything's new, did something come out that I need to be aware of before I even look at the work. So put it in the chat. Do you have these certain routines as well when it comes down to your job? Think I got a flash go already. Let's see what it is, you guys. Let's see what it is. It is I love you so much. So it is 6 people in the room. If one person can send I love you so much, one each person, and see if we can reach the flash goal. Thank you so much, you guys. It's greatly appreciated. Let's see if I can send one for my backup. Ronnie, thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have a routine. Do you have a routine that you do with your job, with your money? Let me know. Now I will say, let me know, you guys, if you have a money routine. Sorry. Okay. Let me know if you guys have a money routine, my nose. So I would say I definitely have a money routine for sure. So I would say, like, every time I get paid, I already write out, like, I have a routine every month, you guys, when it comes down to my budget. I will look, yeah, I'll send it in a bit. Yeah, I'll send it in a bit. You'll send what? Let me know. Yeah, I'll send it. Let me know what you'll send, friend. Let me know. Like I said, in reference to the money routine, just like work, you know what I mean? It's a certain way that I do the budget. Cree, welcome in, welcome in. It's a certain way that I do the budget as well. So what I do, especially starting the new month, you guys, what I do, especially January, I will write out all of my bills for January, and I will make sure that I split it into paychecks. So I'll figure out um what bills I have to pay with the first paycheck and the other bills that I have to pay with the last paycheck. And then I pretty much do the paycheck tracker, you guys, which was, I have it in the LINK, and it's in my stand. I have a paycheck tracker, and I usually write down all the bills that I'm paying on that paycheck. And then thank you so much, Chaotic Thoughts. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. And then pretty much, good evening, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Um, and then usually when I get paid, it's already allotted, y'all. So the routine does not change. And again, that's why I said, you need to have a money routine. It is so important because again, when you're tired, when you don't feel like looking at a budget, when you don't feel like looking at the debt and the savings and all of that, when you have a routine in place, it just makes things so much easier. You do not have to think about it because that's the routine in place. And that's what I do every month. Now, again, your budget's going to be off sometimes. Sometimes monthly you have to pay more things. Sometimes more of your expenses are higher in that month. So it really just depends. It really just depends. Oh, we celebrated 2026 together. Oh, friend. Congratulations. So it really just depends. But again, the routine is critical, you guys. The routine is critical. So so next question. Does your money get attention only when there's a problem? Oh, you guys. Does your money only get attention when there's a problem? So it's like you don't never really look at your money, only when maybe you're short on a bill, or maybe when you don't, have enough, for maybe you need to buy something and you don't have enough, and all of a sudden you're looking at it like, oh, put it in the chat. Does your money get attention? Oh, thank you so much, for I love you so much. Yes. Yes, I think we need two more. That is our flash goal, you guys. Let me know. Does your money only get attention when there is a problem? Okay. I would say, for me, the answer would be no. But I will say, if I have something, thank you so much for the populars. I will say that if I do have something that I need to get, or the money is kind of tight or whatever, vibrant love, friend, welcome in. Welcome in. I will say, Nick, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I will say, I will pay a little bit more attention to it. Like if I have to get something, or if I have to, figure. Thank you so much for the heart, me, friend. Welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Hey love, hey friend, welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you. If we have a live goal of the I love you so much. Thank you so much, friend. See, listen, I ain't even got to say it. Listen, sorry I'm late. Life is life and vibrant love. Coach Chantel, welcome in. Vibrant love, life is life, and for your girl too. Okay, I was late too. So listen, we K Creative Corner, welcome in, welcome in. You became the title gifter 10 times. Coach Chantel, welcome in, welcome in. Listen, life is life for all of us, okay? Good evening, friend. Good evening. Vibrant love, I was late too, friends. Okay, so we was late together. Miss B Unique, welcome in, welcome in. So I know people were looking for me, y'all. And I'm here. That's why I said, you know what? The routines is so important. When you do not feel like showing up, everybody that's alive, host, y'all know. Thank you so much. Hello, Miss B Unique. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Nick, for becoming a title gifter. That's why I said, you guys, as a live host, man, again, like we say, your money needs a routine, not motivation. I could say the same exact thing when it comes down to being a live host. If I did not have a routine to come on here, I would have definitely not been on here. Because again, when you tire or when you don't have any routines in place, your motivation is going to fade. Okay. Let me tell you something right now. Like, when you think that you just always going to be motivated to do a budget, to pay off some debt, to get on a budget, whoa, what do you do when that motivation fades? Because it's going to fade and you ain't going to feel like it. Because I can tell you that right now. My RG, my rose went up. My RG in, what does it say, Rose? My RG went up to 200 this month. I wonder, will I have to start seeking fund for it? For sure. Let me know, Rose, let me know what you're saying. I don't know. I'm trying to read it. My RG and E went up to 200 this month. What's the RGE? Thank you so much for the roses, friend. Thank you so much for the roses. Let me know what you're talking about, Rose. OG&E? Like what, Missy B? My gas and electric. Oh, I'm like, what, y'all? I'm trying to figure out. Listen, like, I mean, some of the acronyms I know, but I'm just like, well, what? Your gas and electric. Oh, it went up 200 this month. And so are you asking, I wonder if I will start to have to start seeking fun for it. Kim, welcome in, welcome in. Oklahoma, welcome in, Miss B from Oklahoma. So here's what I would say, Rose, for the gas and the electric, friend, because mine's, you know how in the winter months your gas and electric usually is higher anyway. Do you have like, because I'm on like is like budget billing. So basically it's like when your gas and electric, they give you a set amount and that amount doesn't change for 3 months. And then that way you're paying the same for 3 months and they kind of take the average of your gas and electric bill that way that you're not paying these like high costs. So maybe 1 month, maybe you didn't use as much, but they still gonna give you a flat rate. I would say make sure you look into that. But then also I would say putting some money aside for these higher months because during the winter time the gas and electric is going to be more anyway because you're using more to heat up the house because it's colder. So yes, I would look into those two things, but definitely maybe putting the sinking funds aside for the higher months and maybe looking at your bill and looking at last year and seeing if you can compare the price. Hey, girl, how's it? Hey, pleasantries, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for your daily heart me. I will look at 2025 and look at the average of what you were paying last year and see how that we got our live goal, y'all. Thank you so much. And see how you can basically prepare as much as you can for the gas and electric. Because yeah, it definitely is going to fluctuate for sure. So that's what I would say. But welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Truly appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you so much for the finger hearts. So yeah, we're going to talk about your money needs motivation. Your money needs a routine, not motivation. Okay. So next question I want to ask you guys is, do you feel like you start strong with your budget or your money plan or whatever you want to call it, but you fall off quickly? Let me know in the chat. You start off almost like January, distinctive styles, welcome in, welcome in. It's almost like January. You start off strong, like, oh, I'm going to save. I'm going to get this budget. I'm going to pay this debt off. Oh, y'all, we got the momentum. It's like, whoa, and then you start off real strong and then you just fall off. Let me know if this is resonating with anybody, okay? Nick, you said every time. You said every time, friend. Let me know who else is it resonating with you guys? Or you start off your budget, your money plan strong. You like, listen, I'm going to save. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my finances different this year. I'm really going to turn it around. I'm really going to do stuff differently. And your motivation be high, y'all. Your hopes, everything. You like, listen, it's something about that new year, 2026. I'm just going to do stuff differently. And then all of a sudden it's like, listen, we about to be 2 weeks into the new year, y'all, and I'm pretty sure people ain't stick to their budget or their plan. I'm just saying. Did you stick to your budget or your plan yet? Let me know. Let me know. And that's why. That's why, you guys, it's so super PE nurse. Welcome in, friend. Oh, welcome in. That's why it's so. Thank you so much, Salt Stewart, for the follow. That's why it's so important, you guys, to put a routine in place. You gotta put a routine in place when the motivation fades, because it's going to fade. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm great. I've been working out and I'm already over it. Exactly. Eners, welcome in, welcome in. Exactly. That's why it gotta be a routine. It just gotta be a way of life, right? Like soon as you talking about you just started a new workout regimen and you're like, this is what I want to start to do. So maybe your routine is putting your workout sneakers at the door. Maybe your routine is having your workout clothes already in your car, all of that, like putting some things in place. Today I purchased Morgan House and James Clear, but I started Atomic Habit instantly. I'm curious. Thank you. And go, oh, I love that, David. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. James Clear, Atomic Habits, friend. Listen, I love that book. I love that book. Morgan House. Listen, I love it. You gotta let me know. Thank you so much. Hey, America, welcome in, welcome in. We're just talking about your money needs a routine and not motivation. So we are love that book. Yes, y'all love that book, Atomic Habits. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read another again. Yes, Atomic Habits. You guys are so, and honestly, it ties into what we're saying about you need a routine in reference to your money, right? You need a routine, and we're talking about workout routines, right? The same thing when it comes down to your money. You need to have things in place that you do that when you don't feel like it, when your motivation, when your energy is low, when you want to do that compulsive spending, when you want to just spend out of impulse, when you just want to just swipe your credit card, you just want to be like, I don't care about the debt or whatever. The routines that you put in place when it comes down to your money plan will help you during those times. When you're exhausted, when you don't feel like adding up the numbers, when you don't feel like looking at the paychecks, I need to find me a routine. E-nurse, listen, friend, this is a great listen. I'm definitely, it's a great live. So hopefully that we come out with some tips, or you learn some tips on tonight's live, because I definitely do a routine, you guys, when it comes down to my budget. Like, and I do it so much that I don't even think about it. So one of the things that I do that's so important, that I do this every month. So when it's start of a new month, I make sure I write down all my bills for the month, and I need to look at it in a monthly view, right? Always make sure I write it down. Now, again, I know the due dates don't change, but I need to make sure that I see the bills in a monthly view. And I'm like, okay, this is what's coming in this month. Okay. Then I break it down how often you are getting paid. If you're getting paid bi-weekly, if you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Okay. I also have paycheck trackers, you guys, that you can get in the LINK that helps me with this as well. So once I look at all the bills for the month, I look at, okay, let me split that up into every 2 weeks. And I look at, okay, this first paycheck is going to pay all of these bills. The second paycheck is going to pay all of these bills. What I will do on my paycheck tracker, I pretty much, like, when you work in the 9 to 5, you work in healthcare, if you're not really doing too much overtime, your paychecks pretty much will be the same. So when you do the paycheck tracker, you put what you budgeted, like what you think your check is going to be. Sometimes I'm off by like a couple of dollars, but pretty much I'm usually spot on. You write down all the bills that you have to pay within that pay period, within the 2 weeks. Again, you could do this if you're getting paid weekly. If you're getting paid monthly, honestly, I would still split it up to 2 weeks and figure out, like, okay, that monthly income, you're going to have to split it up in a way to say this has to carry you the whole month. So, and making sure that you organize it in a way that's going to make sense. So monthly income sometimes can be a little tricky, but it definitely still can work. And again, you want to make sure that you're writing down the due dates when these bills are due. And then, for the most part, again, this is a routine that I do every month, right? Making sure. And then once you write down all of your fixed expenses, so these are the expenses that do not change, you guys. They don't change. Your mortgage, your car notes, your insurance, it pretty much does not change. That pretty much I already have it written out. So when I get paid, all of the money is already allotted, right? I already know what bills I got to pay with this check. I already know the groceries and all that stuff. The only other thing that I may do is, let's say the check is let's say it's an extra $50, or let's say it's an extra $100. Then I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with that money. Am I going to save it? Am I going to put it towards debt? What am I going to do with it? So making sure that the money has a job, right? So just trying to figure out those numbers. And again, sometimes, you need maybe, extra help when it comes down to getting this routine. But I feel like it's trial and error when it comes down to your money. Like, you got to figure out what works for you. Like, is it, does it overwhelm you when you look at the budget on a monthly basis? Does it overwhelm you to have to look at it every 2 weeks? You got to figure out what works for you. But I know for me, like, I look at it like on a monthly view, then I write down what I have to pay in that 2 weeks. And then that way, usually when the money hit the account, like, I'm not really like, I did all the planning already, so I don't really have to do anything. So Sherry, welcome in, welcome in. Let me know if that makes sense. E-nurse, let me know if it makes sense. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. And then let me know, you guys, some of your regular routines, okay? When it comes down to your money, how do you do it? And then also, another question, are you waiting to feel motivated to manage your money? Put it in the chat. Are you waiting to feel motivated when it comes down to your money? Yes or no? Are you waiting for that motivation? I guess I do have a routine. I have learned how to living on retirement income since 2025. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So you do have a routine. So I guess, how does your routine look? Do you look at it on a monthly view? Since the retirement income, or do you look at it every 2 weeks? Do you write it down? Do you know all the bills that's coming in during that month? And do you just like, or do you, when you get the retirement money, do you just pay everything all at one time? Do you wait? Do you kind of like break it down? Let me know. Cara, welcome in, welcome in. And let me know, you guys, if y'all want to put it in chat, what is your money routine? Okay. Do you have a money routine? Are you like, girl, I don't got one? Okay. Is it just like you just get your money and then you just like, I mean, I know I got to pay some bills and I'll figure it out. Yes, monthly view all at once. Nice. Nice. Okay. So you say yes, monthly view all at once. Okay. So you pay everything all at once. All right, good. Like it. Okay. Okay. So I guess okay. I like it. Let me know, you guys. Who else has do you have a money routine? And let me know what it is. And is it working? Okay, because you may have a money routine and be like, Janine, it ain't working. Okay, so we definitely want to tweak it, or we definitely want to put some things in place if it's not working. And like I said, you guys, my money routine, I've done it so much and so often, I mean, that it's like second nature to me. It's just like, it's something that I don't even think about at all. Like, again, I adjust it if if I'm trying to figure out something, that I have to pay a little extra in this month or something like that. But for the most part, again, it's a routine and I don't really think about it too much. So let me know, you guys, let me know. Okay. And, okay. So, let me see. Guys, my all, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. It's working. And now I will save it for, and now I will save for vacation this year. Oh, I love that. E-nurse, I love that. Vacation. Listen, I'm saving my little coins for vacation. I divide my bills by 3. Each paycheck has a job. I love that, vibrant love. Oh, love it, love it, love it. You said you divided by 3. Thank you so much for the finger hearts. So each paycheck, okay, so you're dividing it by 3. Nice, nice. Guys, my all, we are talking about our money routine. What is your money routine? So I absolutely love that, love that, love that. You know, one of the things that I want to talk about tonight, you guys, is motivation fades. Listen, motivation fades, y'all, but routines remain, right? Right, routines remain. So you know how, like, nurse, thank you so much for your daily heart meet. You know how, again, being in healthcare, we have routines just like nurses. Y'all have routines when y'all go see those patients. Y'all have a routine to pass out those meds. You have a routine if you are not in healthcare, whatever you in, you may have a routine to the way. Thank you so much for becoming a title gifter of the donuts. You have a routine the way you do stuff. Let's say you are more a laborer. Maybe you do stuff with your hands. You have a routine when it comes down to your job. You may have to look at this to get your assignment. Same thing, like, again, in healthcare, because that's what I've been. We had a routine, right? So I know all the time, every time I went into work, I had to get report. So just like a nurse had to get report, I had to get report as well, because I was the admission coordinator. So we oversee, like, all of the back end of the hospital. So everything that's going on in the hospital, that's what I did. So I needed to get report on what was going on the 12 hours that I wasn't there. So that was the routine that I did every time I came into work. I got report. What's going on? What needs to happen? What needs to go on? Who need this? Who need what? That was the routine every single time I got into work. So it was nothing that I didn't expect. So when I was tired and I didn't feel like, coming into work tired, whatever, I knew at 7 a.m., 7:30 p.m., I'm getting report from, my coworker. That's just how it is. Same thing, like, for you come into work. What do? You have a routine. Do you talk to your manager? Do you get your assignment? Whatever the case may be. These routines, right, remain when motivation fades. So when you tired and you don't feel like coming into work, whatever the case may be, when your motivation fades, when it comes down to your money, the routine is going to remain in place. So it's something that you don't even have to think about again. Okay. So it's the same thing. Okay. When you rely on motivation, things fall apart. When you rely on your routine, things stay steady. So remember, motivation is emotional. Routines are dependable. I'm going to say that again, y'all. Okay. Motivation is emotional. Routines are dependable. So if you are looking for the perfect time to do your budget because you're basing it on when you are motivated to do it, when you're looking for a perfect time to save money because you're dependent on your motivation to save your money, when you are looking for your motivation to get out of debt, to spend, below your means, um, again, motivation is emotional, but routines are dependable. So if you put a routine in place to put extra $200 to your debt, if you put a routine in place to put an extra $200 to your savings, if you put a budget routine in place to make sure that you do your budget prior to you getting paid, again, this is going to carry you through when motivation fades. So I want you guys to remember that. Let me know if you are picking up what I'm putting down. Y'all, let me know. Let me know. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Let me see. And let me know. But I think that is so important, you guys, to put routines in place. So, so important. So the next one, without a routine, you guys, money only gets attention during stress. Oh, yes, Dave. Okay, friend. All right. You say yes. I'm picking up what you put down, girl. Okay, good. Without a routine, you guys, Money only gets attention during stress. If that ain't the truth, if that is not the truth, let me know if it's resonating with you. So, when without a routine, right? If you don't have a routine when it comes down to your money, 9 times out of 10, when you really look at your money is only during a stressful period. Like you need to buy something and you may not have enough money for it. You need to, let's say it's an emergency, right? Because I feel like that happens to a lot of us, right? It's an emergency and we can't cover it. We're late on a bill. We can't cover our car note. We can't cover a bill. Now all of a sudden our money is getting our attention because we're stressed about something. We about to pay a bill late. We don't have money to pay this bill. So let me know. Art and Soul, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Let me know, does your money get extra attention when you're stressed about it? Or maybe, you missed the bill or you can't pay a bill. Does it get more of your attention then than it would do if you wasn't stressed about it? So let me know, you guys. Let me know. Are you like, yes? Let me know. When there's no routine, money only comes up when there's something wrong. Overdrafts, late bills, panic moments. That's so true. All of a sudden you like, oh my gosh, this payment is not gonna go through. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough money in my account. Oh my gosh, I gotta pay this bill and I know I don't have enough money, or I have to pay this emergency. My tire just went flat. I got my car got hit. Now I have to pay. And let me know when your money, when you are stressed, does your money only get attention during the stressful times? Let me know. Let me know, you guys. Kelly, welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know. Let's see. I would say, you guys, honestly, I remember being like never really looking at my money until like I was stressed out about something, like, right? Like I was looking at it like, oh, oh, I don't really have to look at it. I don't really have to pay attention to it. But when I was stressed about something or I had to pay a bill or I had to do this, then all of a sudden I'm looking twice at it, or I'm looking like, okay, I need to make sure that these funds are in here. I need to make sure that this gets paid. Okay, I got it. Okay, Dave, nice. I'm glad you got it, friend. I'm glad you got it. So let me know. Again, like without a routine, money gets attention. Money only gets attention during stress. Okay. Remember, routine prevents emergencies. And I'm gonna say that again. Routine prevents emergencies. So if you want to kind of prevent an emergency, put some routines in place, right? Like your savings routine. If you have a savings routine in place and you have an emergency, the routine is going to cover you for that emergency. If you have budget, routine, it's going to save you when you don't feel like looking at your budget when you're tired. Okay. But again, emergencies, especially the savings emergency, I would say, you guys, the saving emergencies, definitely, definitely, definitely. Ray, welcome in, welcome in. That is so important to make sure that you have a savings routine in place, because it's definitely going to help with emergencies for sure, for sure. So let me know, you guys, do you feel like routines prevent emergencies? Let me know. Put yes in the chat. You can use the stickers. Let me know, y'all. Y'all quiet tonight. Listen, y'all quiet. Let me know y'all still here. Let me know. People watching on the Book of Faces and the YT. You guys are quiet, okay? You like, girl, it's late on the East Coast. Let me know. Oh, yes, thank you so much for the stickers. Listen, I need to chat in a little bit. Listen, I need to move, and TT is an engagement app, y'all know. So they be like, what is y'all doing in that room? And nobody's saying anything. So yeah. So let me know. Let me know. And again, a simple routine keeps money from becoming a crisis. I'm here. Right, love, you said I'm here, girl. A simple routine keeps money from becoming a crisis. You ever been in crisis mode when it comes down to your money, y'all? You ever been in crisis mode? Like, oh my God, listen, I need to just take out. You ever been in just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, I need to pay this bill. Cass, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Monday. You ever just been in crisis mode when it comes down to your money? Thank you so much for your daily heart, me friend. Like, oh my gosh, I need to pay this, I need to do this, oh, the debt, oh, I need to save. And I tell people all the time, when your mind is chaotic, you guys, when you're in crisis mode and your emotions are high, you see clearly, and your decision making is off sometimes. Okay. So that's why it's so important to make sure you guys put routines in place. Put it in place. And so again, because your emotions are temporarily, but make sure you put some routines in place. How are you, Cass? Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking about your money needs a routine, not motivation. So we're talking about some money routines. Let me know in the chat. Do you have a routine for your money, Cass? Let me know. Is there certain things that you do every month that is your money routine? Do you look at your money every 2 weeks? Do you look at it before you get paid? Do you look at it in a monthly view? What routines do you put in place when it comes down to your budget? So let me know. That's what we were talking about. And like I said, my money routine, I'm doing good. This is a great topic. Yes, I look at my money every week. Oh, I look at it every day. Yes. Yes. Okay. You said, oh yeah, I know this is a great topic. You said every week. Nice. Yes. Yep. And I think again, honestly, the more you look at it, I feel like the better. You know what I mean? Because you are aware, you could be proactive. I heard one of these quotes from the big financial guru, you guys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The big Dave Ramsey. Okay. He said something that really stuck out to me. And he says, millionaires do not become millionaires by accident. And I'm going to say this again, something is happening every day. Exactly. Right. Millionaires do not become millionaires by accident. Right. So if you want to be better with your money, you have to be intentional, making sure you put routines in place, making sure you're watching your money and you're understanding it. It's not, you don't become a millionaire by being, unintentional about it. Right. He says the same analogy for maybe like a football star, or whatever it is in life that you want to achieve. You don't become these things just overnight, or just unintentionally, not just, oh, I just woke up and become a millionaire. No, you are intentional about the moves that you make. And it was so true. Like, if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become better with your money, if you want to become better with your savings, thank you so much for the follow, friend Tasia. Welcome in, welcome in. If you want to become better with your budget, you have to be intentional, you guys. You have to be intentional. You have to take some time to have the routines, write it out, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not just going to fall out, on your lap, and you're just like, well, one day I'm just going to be better with my money. It don't work like that, right? We have to be intentional. And I really thought about that. I'm like, man, that's so true. He's like, if you want to become better with investing your money, if you want to learn how to invest, you have to put some time into it. You have to study. You have to do all of the things. It's the same thing when it comes down to your money. If you say, you know what, I do want to get better with my money, then what are you doing? What are you putting in place to get better with your money? Or you just assuming that one day you'll be better? One day I'll be better with my money. One day I'll be better with my savings. These things don't happen overnight. Taja, not to Taja, not to, okay, sorry, friend. But so nice to meet you. I'm a stay-at-home mom and student, but I don't have income right now. I want better habits. Taja, okay. So you say you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have income. Okay, so do you guys but you want to have better habits. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, do you have husband works? Okay, good. So that's great. So my first question would be, do you and your husband have a budget routine or a money routine? Because even though you are a stay-at-home mom, do you guys look at your finances together? Do you have a routine that y'all look at and say, okay, this is what we need to cover on the household? This is what we do. Like, do you have budget meetings? These are the things that are, so important to have and to do when it comes down to your money. So let me know. But yeah, again, I think it was no more bills than money. He's only been in the US for 3 years. No budgeting meetings yet. More bills than money. Okay, friend. I completely understand. Again, one of the things that I would say, he's better with savings than I am. And you know what? I think a lot of times I hear this too as well. Usually one partner may be better with one thing than the other partner. But I want to encourage you that he may be better with savings, but that doesn't diminish your ability. But I think it's very important to come together and look at the finances as a whole. And again, you said no budget meetings yet, but maybe that's something that you guys can start to have. Look at the money as a whole. Look at seeing, okay, how can we get on a budget? What can we decrease if you're saying more bills than money? Okay, so then, I always tell people, if you're in that mode where it's more bills than money and you're kind of in like survivor mode, right? One of the things, the four things that you need to make sure, and it's called, yes, come together. Absolutely. One of the things is called a bare bone budget, you guys, bare bone budget. And that's when you need to cover your four walls, bare bone. Because if you're like, you know what, it's not enough money coming in and we have more bills. Then bare bones is making sure that you have a roof over your head. So household rent, mortgage, that needs to be number one. Number two, needs to make sure utilities. And again, these are the top four, but it doesn't have to be in the exact same order. So household utilities, your transportation, car note, insurance, whatever the case may be. And what's number four? Household utilities. What did I say? Household utilities, transportation. Oh, and food. Food. What I'm saying, yo, I'm like, wait a minute. I know I was missing something. Food. So sometimes he's constantly hustling for Uber, Lyft. That's the only way we stay afloat. But he's drained. Yeah, food. I know, right? Vibrant love. He's drained. Yeah, he's so future focused, but is depressed because he can't make ends meet. Yeah, yeah, I know. Friend, I know that seems it's a hard season. I know. Um, yeah, I again, I get it. And like I said, you guys may be in a season where, like, if you're paying anything extra to maybe credit cards or anything like that, as a financial coach, I would say, there may be some things that you may not can, pay at this time, just to make sure you keeping the family afloat. He's a good means of, but it's hard because daycare is like a rent payment. Woo, girlfriend, I know it. Daycare, when I tell you, I understand. I was, a single mom at the time, working. My kids were three of them, right? And I was paying for before and after care for all three of them. And every time I got paid, I was paying it all out to aftercare, right? Because I was doing the 9 to 5. You guys, I was working a 9 to 5. And can you imagine paying for before and after care for three kids? That was a lot of money. And I had to make a decision that's one of the reasons why I went to night shift when I was working at the hospital, because I could not afford the daycare payment. Like, I just would have never been able to get out of the paycheck cycle. It just was too much. It was just too much. I go to pantries, I have WIC, and I try to use resources from everywhere. I was a single mom before we met as well. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Burke Balls, welcome in. Teacher, can you make cakes and pies and sell them? Ooh, that's good. Vibrant love. That's good. Yeah. Um, Again, I would say, again, like you said, he's doing everything, doing the Uber and Lyft and everything like that. And I know it's a hard season. Again, you guys, I know it's a hard season for a lot of us. I feel like the job market is very hard. A lot of people are not, being able to get the work that they have experience in. I cook, but mostly out of love. I'd be so scared to put myself out there. Well, listen, if that's something that you're passionate with and that's something that you want to do that maybe can bring in more income, that would be good too as well. But you guys are in a tough season. Trust me, I understand it. With the daycare costs being so high, barely making ends meet. And again, like I said, I would encourage to again do the bare bone budget. Foodie, welcome in. Look at only the things that is going to keep your household afloat. Thanks. It gives helps to share. Thanks everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you have any other questions, you always can message me. But what I would encourage, again, make sure that if you guys again, one of the things that I would want you to be aware of is like your survival number. I talked about that before in my live as well. It's like you need to know the number that's going to keep your house afloat, right? The survival numbers. That's what I consider it is. It's like, what number do we know we have to bring in to just make sure we have lights over our over, you have utilities, you make sure you have a roof over your head. That number you need to know. And if you don't know that number, that's when we got to double down on a budget. We need to sit down and figure out what are our bills, what can we cut out, what can we also too. I started selling food for friends and I am a chef in a piece. Yes, I will say too that I know plenty. They say the average American has $1,000 of unused items in their home. Listen, y'all, we are doing a savings challenge that we just started as a community, and I'm looking in my garage and I'm looking at things that I know was sitting there for so long that I'm looking to sell. So that will be another thing. Do you have any items that you can sell? Also looking at, what skills can you use, that, for being a stay-at-home mom, maybe looking at, online jobs or different things like that. But see, I started with chicken and fish sandwiches. Oh, I love that. I love that vibrant love. Yep. So again, I know it's a hard season, especially when you just trying to stay afloat. You know what I mean? And you just like, Lord, and it's hard because my passion is office work, but cooking is something I do for my soul. Oh, I love that. So yeah, maybe again, so if you have a passionate office work, maybe a VA, like a virtual assistant, since you're a stay-at-home mom, that probably could be something that you can do on the side that can bring in income. Because I know I have the 15 side hustles as well, friend. Is in the LINK. You can go look at that. It's a free resource. It talks about the virtual assistant as well. I know people that do virtual assistant and they get like $3,000 a month. Okay, from just being a virtual assistant. So if you're saying your passion is office work, you listen, virtual assistants are needed. Okay. Virtual assistants are needed. People they don't want to do the admin one. They don't want to do the office work. Yeah, but I keep it in, so I'm happy I can let it out. I try not to complain, but it upsets my husband. That sounds cool. Virtual assistant. Yes, friend, look into it. And again, you need to have a safe space where you're able to be able to come, let it out. You welcome. Listen, I think it's so important to make sure that you stay around like-minded people. And I don't know if you're a believer or anything like that, but I don't think it's, God didn't create us to just, do things by ourselves or hold it. And he created us to have community. And it's so important. And one of the things that I will say too, friend, is like sometimes when the numbers is not making sense, sometimes when you're deep in it and you just can't see your way out. Listen, I've said time and time and time again, sometimes you got to sit on your knees and make sure that if you're not a believer or if you are, pray to the God that you believe in. But sometimes it's bigger than us. It's bigger than what we are doing. Sometimes you got to just, I am a believer and I know he has more, which is why I had the opportunity to get a degree and paid. Yes. So sometimes I always say sometimes the numbers may not be, working on paper, but we serve a God that is the author and the finisher. Okay. So he knows all of your needs. I'm in full. Nice. Nice friend. Listen, your girl has student loan debt. So listen, I wish mine was paid in full. Okay. Mine's was not. But yeah, sometimes in the thick of things when you are, you know, really struggling and you don't see your way out. Listen, there are plenty times that I have sat on my hands and knees and I said, God, there gotta be a better way. When it comes down to it, you gotta show me a way, God. What am I doing wrong? Give me direction when it comes down to our money. Make sure that you're covering our house. What can we do better? How can we steward our money better so that you can bless what we have coming in? I had student loans too, but they're finally gone. Well, congratulations, friend. Because mine is not. When I- when oh, Let me say, when I was a stay-at-home mom, my husband and I never talked about money. I assumed it was his money. I need to pray about it for real. Yes. Listen, prayer changes things, y'all. I cannot say it again. I just cannot say it again. Prayer changes things. It just changes things. It changes things in a way. Okay. And yes, because sometimes it's just not gonna make sense to the average person. It's just not gonna make sense. You know what I mean? But yes, girl, it has and girl, I had the same problem. My money, his money, and it was so hard to see it that way. Yes. And I think a lot of couples complain about that. When you're a stay-at-home mommy and you're not bringing in the income and the husband is the only one bringing in the income. But remember, you guys, when you went to that altar, right, it said the two shall become one through thick or thin, for rich or poor. Okay. So I know it may feel like it's his, right, but it's technically both of y'all's. I know this is easier said than done. You waiting for God and God is waiting for you. Now that I also work, I talk money all day long. You say you nailed that. I also work, yes. Thank you so much for viewing the product. Yes. So I know it may seem like it's his money, but you contribute in a way. Being a stay-at-home mom and again, being a stay-at-home mom is not easy. Okay. Listen, y'all, I was thinking when my kids were young, I was like, oh yeah, I could, stay at home with these kids. And I was thinking about doing a daycare in my house and doing all that. I think I maybe was home with them and try to homeschool them. And I said, oh, this is for the birds. That's where is that I said, oh, listen, I'm not doing this. I said, oh no. Oh no, the way my kids fight back and forth because I have all boys and they wrestling every 5 minutes. I said, oh no, we not doing this. I said, I got to be in somebody's job because what I'm not gonna do. Listen, I said, oh no, God said real quick. I said, oh, the stay at home life is not for your girl. Okay. I'm sorry, it's not for your girl. Them kids used to drive me crazy. Okay. And there are decisions he made when he came here and he did not buy a car. All right. And he leased one. Okay. Okay, so he didn't buy a car outright, so he leased one. Okay. Bags full of crypto. Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, leasing. I will say that leasing a car, woo, the interest rates are extremely high on the leasing. That's why there isn't money. LOL. Yes. Yeah, the interest rates on leasing is really, really, really high. In insurance and gas, yes. But he's probably doing that because of the Uber, right? And Lyft. Because I know, yeah, I don't know if he's doing it for like the Uber and Lyft. Yeah, so yes, that's what I figured. Yeah, yeah, that's just kind of like a hard mileage. Yeah, yeah. Say it again, sister. Oh, David, I'm cracking up for him. I'm cracking up. You said, say it again. Yeah. So it again, it's like it's a touchy. It's like, where do you go? Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? And I get it because I feel like it's a tough decision either way, mileage and, the gas and the leasing. It's like, man. So yeah, it again, it's a hard it's a hard place to be. But I would just say again, stay encouraged. I know this is a hard season for a lot of us. And sometimes we gotta make, sometimes harder decisions than others. You're like, oh man, how can I get out of this? Maybe we need to look into this, maybe we need to do this, maybe we need to try this. So yeah, but it's so important to make sure, you guys come together and, at least on an agreement about like how you guys will come together in reference to your money. Stay encouraged, yeah, because it's hard. Gemini, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heartbeat. And again, sometimes like this, you guys, you gotta pray about it. Say, God, give me direction. I don't know what to do. Okay. I don't know what to do. I want to make sure that I'm, being good stewards of my money. I don't know, I need you to cover my marriage, my relationship, whatever it is, and ask God for direction. He will give it to you. Happy Monday, Queen. Happy Monday. Hey, friend, welcome in. He will give you direction. I promise you, he will. I promise you, he definitely will. And again, it's hard. You guys, this season 2026, life is life, and for a lot of us, it's hard. Sometimes it's like money just brings on an added layer of stress. You may have, financial issues or relationship issues or whatever the case may be. Your locks are always so beautiful. Oh, thank you, friend. Listen, I need a good resource, friend. Okay, definitely. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lex, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We were talking about your money needs motivation. Oh, look, I'm reading it wrong, y'all. Your money needs a routine, not a motivation. Flourish, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So yes, we were talking about our money routines, but we were just also talking about that, life is life in for a lot of us, y'all. Okay, it's going to happen. And I feel like, in the test of times, right? Like, I feel like our character, I done took over. Look, wait, no, what you say? Sorry. No, friend, no, don't say sorry at all. No, listen, the one thing that I say all the time, you guys, Flourish, you became level 13, friend. Oh, the one thing, oh, thank you so much for becoming a title gifter, friend. Allah, I love you. Thank you so much. Tasia, the one thing we celebrated 2026 together. Thank you so much for the populars. One of the things that I just know as a live host is we come on here and we have topics that we want to talk, but the conversation always veers off, right? It's always going to be what God wants me to say, what he wants me to, to lead and say when, because again, as live hosts, thank you so much for the popcorns. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Sit chatting. Oh, I love the popcorns. That's so cool, friend. Thank you so much. And again, yes, don't feel bad at all. Listen, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I feel like every time I come on my live, I know people are like, man, I needed to hear this. Man, I needed the encouragement. And trust me, it's not coming from me. It's just me being obedient to what God wants me to do. And you didn't take over my life at all, friend. You are welcome here, definitely. That's why I always say this is a safe space for us to talk about our money, right? Because money is such a taboo subject that is very hard to talk about. Because when we talk about money, it's a lot of shame, it's a lot of guilt, it's a lot of like, oh, I don't really want to talk about what I'm struggling with. I don't really want any judgment. I don't really want people to know that I'm really struggling, because we live in this social media world where everything is glitz and glam and so much shame. My goodness, I know. And I always sit up there and say, don't let shame allow you to make decisions, especially for your money. Some of it stems from childhood too. Yes. It's so true, so true. I think one of the books that I was talking about, in my room is The Psychology of Money, because how you grew up and the things that you were taught in reference to money, and having maybe a poverty mindset, or having feeling like you will never have enough money, all of those things your childhood, the way money was shown to you, what, how did you see it? um that definitely reflects, and it definitely can affect you as an adult. It definitely can affect you as an adult. So again, I know the shame and guilt. Again, I know it so much. You feel like, oh, I should be better with my money, or I should be further with my money. Or, sometimes we'll say the age, right? Like I'm 40, I should have this at 40, or I'm 50, I should have this at 50. The comparison is a thief of joy. So we all, but I make sure that I proud to have a room that you feel safe enough to put, what you may be struggling with in reference to your finances. Because listen, you're not alone. You're not alone. Again, some people may be at different stages. They may have been through it. They may, they always say that you're either going into the storm, coming out of one, or about to go into one. Okay. So it may be one of the three. Time, time is and comparison are prison, like sometimes. Yes. Timelines and comparison are prison. Like, so absolutely. Thank you so much, friend, for Raquel, for coming in. Yes. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is when you compare yourself to somebody else, you don't really know what they're going through. Thank you for having this platform. You welcome, E-Nurse. Thank you so much for being here. And again, you don't know what people are going through. People only show you what they want you to see, right? They only want you to show the glitz and glam, okay? They only want you to show the good part. A lot of people don't want to be vulnerable and say that they really struggling, okay? They don't want to sit up there and show their vulnerability. So you compare yourself to somebody else, which is really struggling even worse than you, but you don't know that because they not gonna say it. So they always say the comparison is the thief of joy. You never know what people are going through. You never know what they have to sacrifice or the things that they have to do to get where they at. I think a lot of times, again, I say this all the time, that people look at the end result, but they don't look at all of the things that you've been through to get there. Right? They just look at, oh, this is, see you next time. Okay, Eners, thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. I know it's late on the East Coast. Again, they don't know what you've been through, all the sacrifices that you had to make, all of the things that you had to deny, all of the things, the extra jobs, the extra shifts, whatever you had to do, the Ubers, the side hustles, all of the things. People don't know that, and they make it seem like they're living this, glamorous life, you guys. And sometimes it's just not true. Sometimes it is not true. So that's why we always have to, Nicole, welcome in, friend, welcome in. So that's why we always have to, again, stay encouraged, make sure that you stay prayed up. When it comes down to your finances, and I know it's easier said than done when it comes down to not comparing yourself. Everybody is going through something. People just are not saying it. Somebody, and especially when it comes down to money. But again, one of the things too that we talked about tonight is putting some routines in place, right? When your money needs a routine, not motivation. So it's so important to make sure that you have a money routine. And if you don't have a money routine, then this is the time to create one. This is a time to create a money routine, right? And if you are thinking about, like, Dad, you know what routines can I have in place? There are so many things that you can do to have a money routine. And we talked about it too. Like, again, you can make sure that you look at your bills on a monthly view. You can look at it every 2 weeks. You can make sure you're writing down how often you're getting paid, looking at trying to reduce your expenses as much as you can. Looking at what are the things that you actually need and what are the things you want. Think about, maybe you want to sell some things. Okay. But a couple things that, again, that we talked about, you guys, is, motivation fades, routines remain, right? So when your motivation fades and you don't feel like looking at your money, the routines is going to allow you to remain, steady when it comes down to your money. Also too, without a routine, money only gets attention during stress. So when you don't have a routine in place, sometimes we only look at our money when we're really stressed about it, when we about to pay it, we need to pay a bill, when we're late on something. And it's like you don't want to, make a decision when your emotions are really high, or when you're stressed, or when you're tired, or when you're just mentally exhausted. You want those routines to be in place so that we can see things clearly, so that we can make the best decisions for our money. But we definitely don't want to do that when we're, again, exhausted, when we're tired, when we can't think clearly. Okay. And then simple routines work best for exhausted people. Listen, that's your girl right now. Okay. Simple routines work best for exhausted people. Are you exhausted? Are you working 2, 3 jobs? Are you trying to figure out, like, listen, you may be mentally exhausted. You may be physically exhausted. You may be spiritually exhausted. Okay. Okay. What you just maybe just, you just have a lot going on. So when you put simple routines in place, it is best for the exhausted people like your girl. I need all of them. Okay. Listen. So do I, friend. Okay. I need them all too as well. Okay. A money routine doesn't need to be long or complicated. All of the above. Exactly, Rose. Listen, me too, friend. Okay. All of the above. Okay. But again, money routines doesn't need to be long or complicated. 5 minutes, the same day, same process. That's how real life consistency happens, especially when you're tired. That is so, so true, y'all. Listen, it's so important. It's so, so, so important. I can't say it again. I write my bills down bi-weekly, and a friend laughed at me and said, "You don't know what you have." What? What friend laughed at you, friend? Maybe a friend that probably don't have their bills together. You write down your bills bi-weekly, and a friend laughed at me and you don't know what you have. Yeah. I don't know why that friend said that, but I think it's good to write down your bills bi-weekly. I think that's a good thing to me, especially if you're getting paid bi-weekly. So sometimes you gotta ignore those friends because they don't know what they're talking about. But yes, exactly. So it's just like, man, again, when you simple routines beat big plans. Simple routines beat big plans. So again, you guys, like I said, putting some routines in place, putting something, like I track my expenses. Sometimes, maybe you don't want to write things out on your budget. Maybe you want to just, input it as this, Excel spreadsheet. Maybe you can do that. Maybe you just want to digitally input some things. So these are also ways for you to Superman E-Nurse, welcome back in, friend. Welcome back in. So again, these are things that we can think about too, to put in place. And then sometimes, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm gonna say it because I'm really saying this to myself. Sometimes we need to give rest. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, girl. Okay. Sometimes we need rest. We need that good 8 hours, okay, of sleep to really just have a fresh mind, a fresh outlook at your budget, at your money. Sometimes you just need, God is like, you know what? You need to get some rest, and maybe you need to look at your budget tomorrow. Okay. Sometimes God is saying that simple things. Okay. Sometimes you may not have no ideas thinking about how you can get out of debt or how you can save. Sometimes we just need that good 8 hours of rest and come back to it. My mom used to always tell me that if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, then do nothing. I'm gonna say it again. If you're confused, if your mind is all over the place when it comes down to your money, sometimes the best thing to do is do nothing. Amanda, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Yes, Lex, you said yes. Okay. So sometimes we need to do that, y'all. Sometimes if you're like, you know what? Listen, I'm mentally exhausted. I'm spiritually exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I don't feel like looking at the budget. I don't feel like looking at these numbers. I don't feel like doing none of the things. then sometimes that is okay. Okay. Because sometimes when you close things, my favorite forward journey, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Hey, welcome in. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's Sharika. Welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here, my friend. Truly appreciate it. But yeah, y'all, we may, again, like I said, you may just need to, hey friend, good night. Hello, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully that you are doing well. Hope that you are doing well, my friend. And again, we were talking about money routines because, yeah, sometimes when you're so exhausted, when you're tired and you don't think you can't think about another budget, you can't think about enough. Sometimes we need to do nothing and come back to it the next day. Sometimes that's what we need to do. But again, like I said, you guys, making sure that you put some routines in place that's going to carry you. Oh, thank you so much for the popcorn, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the chatty popcorn. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that gift, but I seen it and I was like, oh, it's cute. But we were talking about money routines when you're exhausted, when you're tired, and putting the like the budget routines in place, putting your saving, having a savings routine, is so important, especially when you're tired and exhausted. And again, when we are not motivated to do our budget, when we are not motivated to save our money, again, these simple routines will help us when we just can't make another decision. Hey, new friend, have a great night. Hope to be on again next time. Okay, thank you so much. And again, I hope that you were blessed by this live and you learned some things. And again, I'm praying for you and your family. So thank you so much. So yes, yes, indeed. All right. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. So, yeah, you guys, again, that's what we were talking about. Let me know if you have a budget routine. Do you do, I think I asked, some people here, but if, the new people we were talking about, let me know again, do you have a budget routine? Is it something that you want to work on in 2026? What are some of the things that you guys, want to do differently or have you done differently? So far, we also talked about how, you could start off in January. So, you start off so strong, right? And then all of a sudden you just motivate, like the motivation just fades. Okay. Is it like all of a sudden the motivation fades? So again, you guys, it's so important to make sure that you have a money routine. And then I have a lot of free resources, you guys. Again, I have a 15 side hustle for moms. Make sure that you go check it out. It's in the LINK. Make sure it's free resources. I have a debt plan tracker as well. If you're really trying to focus on your debt, you want an organized way to write down your debt. If you're thinking about doing the snowball method or the avalanche method, make sure that you write all your debt down. Make sure that you write down the interest rates, write down the minimum payments, and make sure that you're tackling your debt smallest to largest. Also, to savings, if you really want to, if you're not joining the bless me too, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Good evening, good evening, evening. Listen, you guys, if you didn't download, good night, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. If you did not download the free resources for the savings challenge, what are you waiting for? Okay. What are you waiting for? The savings challenge enrollment ends on Friday. So I did a video on it on my page. Okay. Where it has all the rules in reference to the savings challenge. I said we are collectively saving as a community. Okay. We want to start the year off strong. So if you didn't download the free resources, you only have until Friday. People that are watching on the YT, it is a free link in the description. People that are on the Book of Faces, it's in the description at the top of my page. It says stand. Make sure you go there, download the free resources, you guys. You have until Friday to do it. After Friday, the link will be gone. The top 3 people that save the most money during this challenge, it's a 90-day challenge. The top 3 people that save the most money will be eligible for the prizes. Okay. So it is a 90-day challenge, you guys. So if you want to be eligible for some prizes, okay, then make sure you go download it. Okay. I'm so super excited. This week I saved $100, y'all. So I will be saving, every 2 weeks. Good night. This we will meet again. Yes, we will meet again for sure. David, thank you so much for being here, friend. Yeah, so make sure you go download it. Make sure you go download it, and it's REA. I mean FREE. It's free, you guys. It's free. The challenge is free. So make sure you go download it, okay? Cause it's free. All right, y'all. Make sure you go do it. And then also too, it's even though it's 2026, you guys, if you are not on live at 8 p.m. tomorrow, can you pass by my live, please? Sure, I'm live though. Bless me too. I'm alive. If you're not live at 8 p.m. tomorrow, that's the time I usually go live, Monday to Thursday. So do you go live at the same time, friend? Let me know. Because that's the time I do go live. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I can try to stop in like right before my live, maybe a little bit before, maybe like 7:45. Do you go live at that time? Denise, welcome in, welcome in. I probably can stop by before I go live. But let me know. Let me know and send and share out your live to me so then that way I can know. You guys, let me see. It's 10 o'clock and it's late on the East Coast. And I said I'm not gonna be on here long. Let me know, you guys, if you have any questions for me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. I'm looking at my leads, you guys. All right, good. Let me know. Thank you. Sure, no problem. Let me know. Do you guys have any questions for me? It's late on the East Coast, you guys, and I said I was not gonna be on here long. Definitely not going to be on here long. Because your girl definitely needs to get some rest. So let me know if you have any questions. I will be live tomorrow. I'm trying to be on time, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to get better with my time. I'm trying to definitely get better with my time for sure. We working on it, okay? We are working on it. Definitely getting better with my time. But I'm consistent though, y'all. Even if your girl a little late, listen, y'all know I'm gonna show up. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna show up. Even if I be a little late, I definitely am gonna show up. Tired and all. Y'all know. Y'all know, Rose, y'all know. Listen, tired and all, your girl is definitely going to show up. Okay. So again, I hope that this live blessed you guys. I hope that you guys learned some things. I hope you stay encouraged when it comes down to your money. Make sure that you have a money routine. Make sure that you know that, listen, when you don't have motivation, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart meet, friend. Truly appreciate it. Make sure that you remember, listen, you need to make sure that you have a money routine, because when your motivation fades, when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, you need to have some systems in place and some routines in place. And I always make sure that I end my lives with a prayer. And I want to say this quick prayer. God, help us stop relying on motivation and start building habits that bring peace. Give us wisdom, discipline, and grace as we steward what you have given to us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being on here, for watching, for tapping out the screen, sending the gifts, whatever you did. I truly appreciate you guys. You could be in anyone else's live. I know it's late on the East Coast. Amen. Amen. I know it's late on the East Coast. I truly appreciate you guys for coming back, watching my lives, tapping out the screen, being engaging. Truly appreciate you for subscribing on the YT on the Facebook. Again, your support means more than you know. And again, I hope everyone has a great night. And I want you to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you guys tomorrow.